Hey guys, welcome back to our channel.
Plots with a Twist.
We discuss books
amongst other things. And ski.
That's what y'all was saying. That's your thing.
I don't know. Probably the new generation was, but yeah, I went to homecoming. Had to get my ski gear. This is my alma mater, y'all. So yeah, today we thought we'd do a quick little video. We've been seeing like circulating on TikTok and Instagram, like, oh, here's this. These books are underhyped, appropriately hyped, and overhyped. Mm-hmm. So we thought we'd give a couple of choices for each category. So let's get into it. Okay, which one you want to start with?
Underhyped.
Underhyped? Okay, go.
Underhyped for me, I put How Not to Drown in a Glass of Water by Angie Cruz because I just feel like I haven't seen enough people talking about that book, and it was so just good. It was just so good. I just loved everything about it. It was short, it was sweet, it was heartfelt, it was funny. It was just all the things, and Angie Cruz has not let me down yet, and I just feel like more people need to talk about her and her books. I just don't see them like on the list. Like I feel like they should be on the list. So
okay. I struggled with this because I feel like I pick books because
that
of
are
hype.
Right.
So I will say City of Girls by Elizabeth Gilbert.
I feel like that's hype.
Oh, then I will say
maybe not hype, but I see it a lot.
I don't see it.
I be seeing it.
I feel like it gets lost in the Evelyn Hugo.
Okay.
Because they came out around the same time and they kind of had similar vibes. I see Evelyn Hugo talked about way more than City of Girls, and I thought City of Girls was an enjoyable book. It was Elizabeth Gilbert's, I want to say either return or debut to fiction. I want to say she may have written a fiction book a while ago, but yeah, she primarily did nonfiction for a time. And so, yeah, it was hyped at the time, but I don't still see it celebrated. I think it's one that, I thought it had longevity. So, I don't know. You want to pick a different one?
No, that's fine.
I wrote a whole list.
So, the next one on my list is, for underhyped, is People Person by Candace Carty Williams. I feel like it was anticipated because it was her second book, but after that, I haven't heard anybody talk about it, and I felt like it was a really good follow-up. I thought it was really good. You don't have to agree, but I thought it was really good.
I think it's a good follow-up.
I thought it was a great follow-up, good story. It was very different from the first book. So I feel like, she branched out. Not even branched out, but I'm glad to see she didn't do the same thing, same tropes, same themes. And it was I thought it was really good, and I don't see it in the conversation when people talk about books. Especially about like Black authors and stuff. I just don't see that title come up a lot. I'm not even looking at that Scribble Scrabble.
Okay, I got a whole list, but I'm gonna go one I really don't see since we've read it. Is All Boys Aren't Blue by George M. Johnson. So I think maybe around gay pride, not gay pride, but Pride Month. I do see that book maybe, but I think it's one that you could read at any time. So yeah, I really don't see it often. Ever since we read it, I don't see it, and I think it's a really good book, enjoyable book that should be hyped and people should talk about, because it's one that you don't have to be part of the community to read and understand and empathize with his story. You could definitely learn something. So yeah, that's one I say is underhyped. I said Taylor Jenkins. I had some Taylor Jenkins read, but it's like all of her books are hype.
They kind of are, because it's her.
Well, maybe In Another Life isn't hype.
Yeah.
Did you read that one?
Or Carrie Soto's back, but it wasn't that good, so. No, I haven't read that one.
Malibu Rising isn't that hype either.
Yeah. I can hear it, though. Okay, so overhyped.
Okay, boom.
Anything Alex Michaelides. Stop putting them on the books with the best plot twist and the best thriller. They're not good. No offense to Alex Michaelides. You wrote a book. I didn't. So who am I? But I'm just a reader who knows, who feels like they know good writing. And and I always see those books are always in circulation. They're always on lists of like top best, and they just weren't good. I think maybe he's written more than the two. I'm talking about The Maidens and Silent Patient, but I don't think I would read anything else by him just because I've had bad experience.
Okay.
Reading.
I put One I enjoyed, but I just don't. It wasn't all that.
Yeah.
Wrong Place, Wrong Time by Gillian McAllister.
Oh.
Like I've been seeing that same plot twist we didn't see coming, this, that, and the third. And I'm like,
it wasn't memorable.
It wasn't all that. It was cute. It was cool. You know, oh, she's going backwards in time. But that even wasn't really explained. Like it was just a lot of things missing that, you know, I would think people would have caught on to and not really hyped it up. But yeah, I still see that book, and it's not that I don't think it deserves any attention. It's just it wasn't
all of that.
Yeah, it wasn't all of that. So
the next one on overhype for me, I put The Other Black Girl by Zakiya Harris. I still see that book a lot, and I know
and it's a show.
Yeah, and the fact that it turned into a show, and it may be a better show than book. I think maybe
They
it probably will.
the mess out of that show.
I feel like it will translate better maybe in a television show, but the book was just it was disappointing to me. I feel like it started strong and it just was disappointing. But I also feel like that is like a polarizing book as far as like people either do like it or love it or hate it. Yeah. And but I still see it like just everywhere. I'm just like, y'all don't read that.
Yeah, I think it's a satire, and I'm finding that satires in a book, I'm not really.
Sometimes it doesn't come across that way.
So I think I love satire, like television and movies, but so maybe for sure it might translate better.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. The Atlas Paradox by Olivia Blake.
Never heard of it. That's overhyped?
I think so. So, okay. Atlas 6 is the first one.
I have heard of Atlas 6.
So, Atlas 6, appropriately hyped, I think. But Atlas Paradox was the follow-up. And I think the next one is coming out sometime here soon. But, yeah, I saw people give it praise. I saw people like, again, it's circulating a lot. And it's one of those where the follow-up to me wasn't as good as the first one. So yeah, I just don't get why people didn't see the problems with it. But maybe I just missed something. But yeah, I just don't think it should be hyped. But I guess maybe if it's riding the coattails of its predecessor, maybe. But yeah, I think people have been like, shame, where's the next one? Shame, where's the next one?
Okay, so we're on to
appropriately hyped.
Appropriately hyped.
What you got?
I can't even read that.
Oh,
okay. I actually put a couple, but for appropriately hyped, I put Nightcrawling by Letitia Motley. Yeah, my dog keep fighting the cat. But I see that a lot, like as like people giving that book praise, and I just thought it was really good, really well written. For it to be such a heavy story, it's just still a story that, you know, needed to be told, and just beautiful writing. And I think although I was so impressed by, like, I think at the time when she wrote the book, she was 17, so I'm just like, oh my God, it's out of this world. But even outside of that, like, it was just a really good book, really great storytelling, and I just really enjoyed it, and I see it a lot, and I want to keep seeing it a lot.
Okay. I will say Lessons in Chemistry by Barney Garmas. I think obviously because of the show, it has, you know, kind of gone back up and garnered a lot more attention. So, yeah, I just think it was an overall good story, really interesting, and really kind of focusing in on something that, I wouldn't say that isn't talked about, but just like women and how they have to navigate in certain industries, and, you know, kind of judged off of looks, and how this woman in particular turned that around and, you know, used that to her benefit to still do the thing that she wanted to do. So yeah, I think it's appropriately hyped. I think people should read it. I think, yeah, it's good. You should read it.
I want to, but I can't get it, and I don't want to spend $30 on it either, so sorry.
It's next. It's appropriately
hyped. Right. I thought about it. I was in the bookstore the other day and they had it. And I was
for
like,
$30.
It was $29.
Girl, get you a Kindle, and it's probably $15 on Kindle.
But it's pretty cheap on Amazon too. But you know, when I go into bookstores, I be feeling like I'm that girl.
Gotta
I want to buy a book.
something.
Yeah. But it's like these prices. But so for appropriately hyped, I put. A couple, but I think I'm gonna go with Tomorrow by Goodreads.
I almost put that.
Yeah, I see that book everywhere, and it's a book that somebody did tell me, if I would say, like, if I just like read the synopsis somewhere, it's not something I would gravitate towards, like just pick up and read. But when I read it, I just really, really enjoyed the story and the friendship and the back and forth. And it was just a great book. And I still see it. I think a lot of people know that it's a good book and it still circulates. And you see it on all the popular lists. And I just thought it's just a great story, a great read, a great story about friendship and people. And it was just really nice. And I think it deserves to be hyped up the way it is.
Okay.
I don't care.
I'm gonna sneak an extra one in. Bachman books, Frederick Bachman.
Oh, yeah. He be hyped.
Really hyped.
That's good.
Okay, so my last one, I thought you was gonna put this because I told you to put it. Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarn.
So that it was, but I was like, let me just say tomorrow.
Okay, so we switched because I was gonna put tomorrow. But yeah, that one is everywhere. It's everywhere, and it's deservedly so.
I bet you they'll make it into a movie in a few years or something.
For sure, if they can, and by then the graphics will be phenomenal. So yeah, I think everyone, like, I don't know if it's my algorithm from me clicking on videos of people talking about it, or if it's just that everywhere, but I've been seeing this book like anytime I click on Instagram, anytime I click on TikTok, like that's the book I see. And so it's almost getting borderline with like, y'all chill, but it's definitely a good book, and I definitely can understand the hype, and it's very much appropriately hyped. I think a lot of people should read it. I think a lot of people will enjoy it. So yeah, appropriately hyped. All right, so let us know some books that fall into either category. Let us know I'm interested in the underhyped books because I think that's the like best recommendations and things like that. But obviously, let us know some books y'all think are overhyped as well. Like this video, subscribe, ring the bell, and we'll be back next time. Bye.